6, we're back again. Kristi and Katie, your crime time friends. Stories, justice, laughs collide. True Crime Squad, come join the ride. Grab the clues, let's take a stand. For victims' voices, hand in hand. True Crime Squad, it's time to shine. Season 6, your turn, your time. True Crime Squad, where justice meets hilarity.
Hey everybody, welcome to the True Crime Squad. I'm Kristi Brower, here with my sister, co-host, and partner in crime, Katie Weaver.
How's it going?
Well, it's good. Me and Sandy are just hanging out.
I see that. I had to double check. Yes, Luke is here too.
Oh, good. Yep. Everyone's present and accounted for. Sanders was taking a nap last night and didn't come to the show. And I'm like, listen, you're coming today. Your public awaits.
Right.
She was asleep on my pillow.
Get your lazy butt out of bed, Sanders.
It's like, I'm a cat. I don't have a job. I kind of do.
Sorry, ma'am. Yes, indeed.
Well, it is a beautiful fall day here in southeastern Idaho. And it is feeling like fall, and that makes me so happy. Smells like fall out there. It's very cool in the morning. Still getting pretty warm in the afternoons, but
the pigs are telling me it's fall because they're in the house a lot more. And so we built them a new bed because, well, they didn't. It's a whole thing. But they didn't have a bed that was like contained, right? They just had a corner where they had a big pile of blankets they like to shred up and sleep in down on our back porch, which is fine, except for that there's other things there now. And like, we just had to reset. And I said, what I'd really like is an enclosed bed, like a wooden bed that their stuff goes in so that, they can have their big pile of shit that they like to sleep in, but it's not creeping out, and having to be swept up all the time and whatever.
Yeah.
And I know, don't judge me. They're pigs. They are pigs and they live in the house. This is what you do. Anyway, and if you give them a bed, they just shred it up. So we stopped doing that and we just give them old blankets and they shred them into a big nest and they burrow down in it and they love it and they're happy. So anyway, but I'm tired of the nest kind of just ending up everywhere. So Scott built them this amazing house thing so that they have lots of room and it's all enclosed and very safe. Pigs like to feel safe. They used to cram themselves into a crate when they were smaller together. You can't believe the scene. But anyway, so far they don't trust the new bed. And pigs are so suspicious. And so they don't trust the new bed yet. So the first night, they drug the blankets out of it and drug them over into the corner they like to sleep in and slept there.
Oh.
Now that corner's kind of been closed off because that's where the slip table is. So now they can't do that. So then the second night, it kind of looked like someone did sleep in it, but I wasn't sure. And now today, definitely nobody slept in it. So I don't know. Out of necessity, at some point, they're going to have to start sleeping in it. But this is so funny to me. It's so typical of them. And one day, they'll just start going in there and sleeping in it, and then they'll never come out, It'll be all winter long. They're going to hibernate in there and be so happy. But they're making me laugh right now because they are extremely suspicious.
I did not ever know what kind of crazy personalities pigs have until you got your pigs. But
right?
They are something. And they are quite sensitive, by the way.
Yeah, it's very easy to hurt their feelings, both of them. But especially Zig. But yeah, you can hurt their feelings in a flash. They're super sensitive. And the way they talk to you, and you talk back to them and stuff, and their faces are just so emotional. And, oh, man.
And all the sounds they make. Like, I had no idea. The whistling.
Yes.
And stuff is wild.
And the honking.
And the honking, yes.
Yeah. But yeah, the change of weather always, kind of spurs this because they've spent so much time over the summer outside more. And now it's winter, or not winter, but it's fall. Winter's coming. They're coming in more. The dogs are adjusting them being in more and stuff. And I'm just like, oh my God, here we go again. But
winter with pigs. Yours.
We'll get there. The bed's going to make winter with pigs wonderful. But
oh, yeah.
They'll just have to start trusting it at some point.
They will. Well, we have a lot for you, but I am going to give a trigger warning. Our main case today is about a judge out of Massachusetts. His name is James B. Gosnell. And we're going to be talking about child sexual abuse material and the sexual abuse of very young children, babies and toddlers. I'm going to soft sell it in a huge way because I'm not going to say a huge amount of what I could on the internet. I don't want to, but I want to tell all of you that if this is more than you're up for today, that's okay.
Yeah, just know.
You don't have to hang out. I just wanted to let you know up front, this was a rough one today.
Mm-hmm.
But before we get to that, Katie, I know you have some Utah is not okay for us.
Utah, well, unfortunately strikes again. Do you guys remember a few years ago we covered a story out of Arizona where a man was pulled over in a U-Haul truck? Well, pulling a U-Haul trailer. And in that trailer, the police discovered several underage young women.
Yes.
And then as it turned out, this was a polygamy thing. Yeah. Well, there was an accident last week in Utah with this tractor trailer right here. The man driving it is a man named Jacob Ortell Scott. It was a 5-vehicle crash in Linden, Utah. And Scott was involved in that. He's 28 years old. During the investigations, the troopers looking at his truck, to kind of look at the damage and see what he can see here. And what does he see peeking out of the trailer? 2 sets of eyes. In the other one, it was hands.
Yeah, hands.
Reaching out from underneath. In this one, there were girls looking out. And as it turned out, there were 2 girls in the trailer, ages 12 and 14. This was a chilling trailer. It was at around 30 degrees. One reading read it at 30, another reading read it at 29.5. It was below freezing in this trailer. So he claims that he's their half-brother and that they're half-siblings, and they'd been in the trailer since they left Huntington. They were heading to Salt Lake City for school testing. Apparently they couldn't ride up front, I guess. Sure, that seems right. Now, authorities have not said this is a polygamous thing, but people that live around there are confirming that it 100% is a polygamous thing.
Yes.
That these are well-known polygamous names and well-known polygamous families.
Yeah.
And this is got some bullshit wrapped up in it. So he has finally been charged with aggravated child abuse. He's being held without bail. He was also somewhat injured. It sounds like he had a hand injury, but he's now in the Utah County Jail.
May he stay forever.
Yeah. The police are saying they don't believe the girls were being trafficked, that they were a relative. That doesn't mean they weren't being trafficked if this was a polygamy thing. Why in the world weren't the girls up front?
Right. Why were they in a 30-degree trailer?
Yeah.
And honestly, the fact that trailer didn't roll and kill them.
Well, or that they just weren't thrown around enough.
Yeah.
In there that they were killed is an absolute miracle.
Or anything.
Yeah. No, of course, yeah. The girls were trapped inside. They couldn't exit on their own. And the girls say they've been transported this way before in the probable cause. Because there's just not enough seats in the cab, so some people have to sit in the back.
With the coolant on?
Well, I think with these trucks, the coolant is always on. But it doesn't matter. Why would they be back there at all?
Right.
For any reason? Yeah.
It sounds like it was only him and the 2 of them in this vehicle.
Right. So why weren't they up front?
They could have been in the cab.
Luckily, the girls weren't injured. But there's, an ongoing investigation into why in the world this happened and what the real motive was. We're just giving girls a ride, and this is the only way we have to do it. Surely that cannot be correct.
And how old were these children?
12 and 14.
Yeah. Kids.
Yep. Girls within these families have absolutely no rights at all. They aren't even treated
They're treated
really like
hell.
people. They're breeders. Yeah. Yeah. This case just upsets me and hurts my heart for these kids because again, this isn't the first time they've been thrown in the back of a refrigerated truck and driven around. That's what a nuisance they are. That's how important they are. It's so disgusting. Now, I'm really glad because initially he wasn't charged. And I'm very glad that he caught some charges on this. That better send a message to everybody else that you better not be doing shit like this because if you get caught, you're going to get in trouble. But unfortunately, it seems like transporting your girls this way is, this isn't the first time we've seen this within these polygamous families. It's just horrifying and disgusting. So I'm so glad that the girls are okay. I hope that they remain okay. I just don't like anything about this.
No.
Yeah.
No, and this needs to be investigated. Is this a pattern of abuse and neglect that these children are experiencing? Like,
right.
They've ridden back there before?
Yeah.
So what else is happening to them?
I hope beyond all hope that there's an actual investigation into these girls' lives.
I hope so too, but it's Utah.
Well, and it's these polygamous families, man. They seal up tight as a trap. Last week, Kathy, they will seal right up and cover for each other. And yeah, this is pretty blatant, pretty blatant to be doing something like that. Because you know what? Everybody knows you don't do that. It was on September 17th, specifically, Kathy.
So it was just a week ago.
Mm-hmm. Everyone knows you don't do this. Everyone.
Right. Absolutely.
Would you ever, in a billion years, either allow your kids to get in the back of a tractor trailer like this and go down one of the freeways in Utah? Holy shit. They're terrifying.
God, no.
Or at any time, knowing that they wouldn't have seatbelts, they wouldn't have access to heat.
Incredibly unsafe.
All of it. Yeah, it's horrifying. Yeah. So, anyway, we'll keep an eye on it, right? Christine, let's see what they're actually convicted of. Right. He'll probably plead this way down.
Probably.
But,
and be allowed to.
Mm-hmm. So it's my fervent hope that there's a huge look into these girls' lives and an actual attempt to make sure that they're safe. But again, I'm not holding out a lot of hope, but I hope that's what happens because they deserve a whole lot better than this.
They sure do.
With that, I'm going to kick it over to you for our main case.
All right. Just a reminder, this is a really graphic case of child sexual abuse. I am going to be very careful with my language. However, if this is triggering for you, you don't have to watch it, okay? This man, this piece of shit right here, is a suspended magistrate judge, Benjamin Gosnell Jr. He is 68 years old. And I'm sorry, I said earlier this was in Massachusetts. That's wrong. It's South Carolina. He was arrested 1 week ago, last Wednesday, for possession of child sexual abuse material. This is a federal case. In the complaint, it says that Homeland Security received a tip from the National Center for Missing and Exploited Children about multiple financial transactions tied to a known distributor of child sexual abuse in material in the United Kingdom in this man's name. They were PayPal payments, sounds like.
Oh my God.
This was linked to his phone number, address, and email account. The transactions took place in 2024.
Only 2024?
So, yeah.
Wow.
I mean, as far as the warrant is concerned, they did get a search warrant for his house and electronic devices. They found a flash drive containing an ungodly number of videos and images of child sexual abuse, including very young children, infants, and toddlers. This man is a magistrate judge. Don't forget. So this is being prosecuted by U.S. Attorney Catherine Orville, Witt Soddards, and Emily Limehouse. There are three. He was suspended from his judgeship After the information was shared with the South Carolina Supreme Court, they said continued service would pose a substantial threat of serious harm to the public and the administration of justice. Yeah, no shit. But the dude is 68 years old, so how long has he been doing this shit?
Right. Right.
He was initially...
what does his track record say as a judge? Like, how has he been on sex offenders?
Right. I haven't had a chance to delve into him specifically, other than I know he's well known as what people call the racist judge for some terrible things he's said in the past.
Yeah.
I'll have more to share on that later. He made some controversial statements at the bond hearing of Dylan Roof, who was the man who killed 9 people inside the Emmanuel AIM Church.
Yeah.
During the bond hearing... Oh, wait, hang on. No, I want to talk about his bond hearing. So he was arraigned Wednesday of last week. And the bond was deferred at the time to have him have a detention hearing, which he's had, and I'll get to that too. Mm-hmm. They've also waived preliminary hearing on this. So it'll be... I'm not exactly sure because this is federal, but that's one less step that the legal system has to take. He waived preliminary hearing, which basically just acknowledges that they definitely have enough evidence against him to carry him over for trial.
Yep. And he knows it. He knows how the process works.
Yes, he does. As far as the waiver of preliminary hearing, some evidence was revealed in court on Monday, saying that he confessed to federal agents that he did possess child sexual abuse material and communicated with like-minded individuals via Telegram.
God.
Telegram should be burned to the ground. Because this is what Telegram gets used for.
Yep.
He also said that he revealed through his Telegram conversations that he raped and abused children numerous times.
Oh my God.
Yeah. So there was a bond hearing on Monday in which the prosecution and Homeland Security heavily opposed him being allowed to be released.
Yeah.
The feds actually filed an 18-page motion opposing bond for Gosnell because it detailed allegations that he not only possessed a USB flash drive with hundreds of videos of child sexual abuse material, but they found evidence that he communicated with another man with a shared interest in pedophilia. Does this sound like another judge we know about? The one in Box Elder County, Utah. Describing unimaginably explicit conversations that suggest the judge was romantically involved with the man and that their romantic interests involved abusing children together.
Yeah, that's not romantic interests. Give me a fucking break.
Right?
Romantic
but that's exactly
interests.
What was going on between the judge and the fire chief in Box Elder County.
Mm-hmm.
In one of the conversations, prosecutors alleged that Gosnell and the other man planned a trip for him to visit him in Florida so that they could assault the infant son of a family member of the other man.
Oh my God.
This is as bad as you can imagine and worse.
Oh.
Said in one conversation, he described abusing a 5-month-old in public in his neighborhood. Later sent a selfie of himself and a 2-year-old with the message, "My new buddy."
Oh, no. Oh.
He has also revealed in his conversations that he has traveled to Puerto Vallarta.
Of course.
Intentionally to pay to sexually abuse young children. One of the things that's happening is that the feds are asking people to come forward if they have any information about this man.
Yeah.
This is the message. To the parents of the community, our investigation has revealed that Gosnell claims to have abused very young children. If you have left your children alone with Gosnell, or even let him hold your child, please email the tip line.
Oh my God.
And there's an email address where you can email the tip line.
God, I hope his family's taking this seriously.
Right?
Oh.
How many children have been coming into contact with this piece of shit?
Yeah.
Because, he's just an old white-haired white guy who looks kind of like a grandpa.
Yep.
By the way, some of the most dangerous people in this country look just like him.
Yep.
And behave just like him.
Just like him. Yep.
The state argued that his position of trust as a magistrate judge weighs against him. As far as bail is concerned, his longtime role in the criminal justice system, he would know how to get around the courts. He has immense insight into the workings of law enforcement and the court system, which make him situated to avoid detection if he were to further offend or flee.
Yeah.
Absolutely. Also, certain substantial prison sentence and a loss of any stature or prestige he held in the community and risks to his personal safety in prison. This combination of factors creates a substantial incentive for the defendant to flee. Right?
Right.
Also,
if anyone
course,
should not get bail, it should be him.
Right. They also said that he's a danger to the community, obviously, suggesting that the mere existence of and traffic in child pornographic images creates the potential for many types of harm in the community and presents a clear and present danger to all children. Yeah. So his attorney had filed for bond for him, arguing that the evidence provided thus far proved to be an isolated incident. There's a flash drive with hundreds of videos.
Right.
With no pattern of inappropriate behavior from Gosnell. Are you fucking kidding me? His communications make that very wrong. And he has no criminal history or any alleged inappropriate activity with minors, except that they're all going to come out of the woodwork now. There will very soon be a pile of victims in this situation. Let's see. Oh, yeah, and that they found him through PayPal accounts. Yeah. By the way, the judge said, hell no, is he getting any kind of bond. He will remain in jail.
Yeah.
Until he is tried.
Thank you,
and
Judge.
Hopefully then placed underneath the prison.
Yeah.
This case, if you want to go read more about it, you can. Have a strong stomach.
Yep.
The things this man is accused of are so reprehensible. It is beyond anything I can even imagine. It is horrific. I'm going to do some research into his history. Obviously, we know about the Dylan Roof thing. Let's learn a little bit about this man, what kind of judge he has been, and how.
Right. I want to hear what people in their community have to say about him.
Right.
That have dealt with him in the criminal justice system.
Right. Well, Paula, I hope that's true. Paula says, good judges are getting fed up with these guys giving them all a bad name. Well, they should. I would hope they do.
Yeah.
But it's such a creepily similar story to the one in Box Elder County with the judge and the fire chief. I'm curious who this other person is.
Right. They have another person in authority. Yeah.
In authority.
Also with the Box Elder judge. His name is Kevin Christensen.
Yes.
Or Robert Christensen. Yeah, Kevin Robert Christensen. Sorry, Kevin Christensen. Yeah. So Kevin Christensen also waived his preliminary and went straight into plea negotiations, which I think is probably exactly what this bitch is going to try to do.
Probably.
They don't want these things to go to trial. They know what discovery is going to look like.
Right.
Now, Christensen has not reached a plea yet, but I wouldn't be surprised at all if that's not exactly where this is going to.
Oh, I'm sure it is. He doesn't want to be embarrassed by a trial.
Yeah.
I think he should have to be. embarrassed by a trial.
Right. How
But
long
I
has he
also
been
don't.
abusing children? No one knows. His
Oh,
whole
let's
life,
get
I would
real. His
imagine.
whole life.
Yeah.
His whole life. Yeah. Men like this should not be allowed to plead
No.
and hide their deeds. They just shouldn't. This case makes me so fucking angry. I can't even hardly speak about it.
Yeah.
But now this community is going to start tearing itself apart as people start figuring out how many victims there actually are, and it's going to be a horrific number.
Yep. Oh,
alrighty.
I can't even
sorry,
imagine.
I know, I'm just
his family members.
today, but
they're probably all reviewing. Well, I hope they are. I hope they are. With cases like that, it always scares me that family members are like, "What? My kids? He watched my kids lots of times. They were fine," and refuse to acknowledge.
Probably not fine.
Yeah. Or the flip side of that is that right now you're sitting in absolute horror, replaying every single instance that he's ever had to see your children, wondering. Yeah. Or you're an adult now, and you know damn well what he does to kids because he did it to you.
Yep. Well, I'm telling you, they're in Charleston, South Carolina. They want you coming forward.
Yep.
They want as many people to come forward as possible.
Yeah.
The more victims they have, the more likely they can keep this man in jail forever. And I think that's a really important plan.
Mm-hmm.
Well, Katie, with that, I know you're going to wrap it up for us with some WTF news.
Mm-hmm. This also could have been Florida man or dumb criminals. He checks all the boxes.
Oh, it was supposed to be dumb. I'm sorry.
No, you're fine. It works. It works.
Works every way.
This is Wesley Winters. Wesley Winters is 53. Wesley has had some trouble with being a decent human and has a restraining order on someone that I'm going to assume is probably a parent, considering that the restraining order refers to violence against someone over the age of 65. Well, it's known to the police in their area that there's been trouble with Wesley Winters and that there is a restraining order at this residence. Well, recently an officer was driving past that residence and noticed a white van sitting out front that belongs to, he knows, Wesley Winters. And he went, well, shit. He's not supposed to be here. What's happening here now? So he finds him in the van and arrests him. And then they search the van and they find a bunch of white and tan orbs covered in sand on the floorboard between his feet. They're like, what the hell is this? Well, in the meantime, they also find methamphetamine, fentanyl, marijuana, an alazapram pill, a handmade metal pipe, marijuana bowls, and a THC vape pen. And a marijuana bowl on the ground outside the van.
Man, he is just a one-stop shop, isn't he?
Mm-hmm. So apparently he's just, sitting outside this house that he's not allowed to be at, just, I don't know, getting high as hell. So then they turn to all these little white orbs in sand that were on the floor under his feet in the van. Under his feet! Yeah, they're unhatched sea turtle eggs.
Oh my God.
Mm-hmm. They had to get the Game and Fish involved to identify those and tell them what they were. Yeah.
Well, those are protected, heavily protected animals. Oh my God.
He'll probably be in more trouble for that than he will be for all the drugs. Yeah, and the violation of the restraining order. Yeah.
My God.
He says
turtle eggs probably killed him.
He says that he found them on the beach on eroded nests and he thought that they were unviable, so he just gathered them up and took them home. You can't do that. Yeah.
No. And also, why would you do that?
Yeah.
If they're unviable, they might have dead turtles inside of them. Like, what?
Yeah.
You disgusting asshole. You were hoping to make some money on them. Come on.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
Wow.
He was asked if there were any narcotics or illicit substances in the van, and he said, No, not that I'm aware of. And then they search the van and that's what they find.
Like every fucking illicit substance, including sea turtle eggs you can imagine in this van? Holy hell.
Unbelievable. And all because he was just sitting out in front of a house that he was not allowed to be at. All he had to do was not be there. And he
been caught.
Couldn't even do that.
On one hand, just be grateful people like this are that stupid.
Yeah, absolutely. But I'm glad that he didn't hurt whoever was in that house.
Right. Yeah, was he like waiting for them to come home or come outside or something?
Right, because he's hurt them in the past. I mean, the charge that he's facing on that person is aggravated assault of a person over 65. Yeah. He is completely out of control. Yeah.
I have an idea. I know what we can do with him. Let's just put him in the same cell as the judge.
Right.
And just as Judge Gosnell. Whatever happens, happens, friends. Whatever happens, happens.
They can figure it out. It's jail. Them's be the rules. Yeah.
Yeah.
So,
wow.
The charges are, on one side, possession of fentanyl, methamphetamine, alazolpam, I know I'm saying that wrong, marijuana, possession of drug paraphernalia, and violation of a no-contact order. On the wildlife side, he's being charged with 5 misdemeanor counts of knowingly possessing 11 or fewer marine turtle eggs and 5 felony counts of taking, distributing, mutilating, or destroying marine turtle eggs. Yeah. It's absolutely insane. The sheriff of that county called him the dumb criminal of the week.
No, I think he'd earned that badge, yeah.
Yeah. So, obviously, he's only accused at this point, not convicted. We don't know if those eggs actually were viable or were not, or if they would have been viable had he not taken them. There's, you still can't take them, whether you think they're viable or not.
In the sand,
yeah.
What?
Yeah.
Lying asshole.
Absolutely. Obviously, he has the prior aggravated battery. I couldn't find a full context of all of his other criminal history, but it sounds like he does have some. So that's where it sits, but holy moly, that's a lot.
That is a lot.
Yeah. My original Florida man case I decided not to bring because it was terrible animal abuse. But this sucks too. It really sucks too. Yeah.
Does.
Right. Are you a marine biologist? No? Right, Kristi? Then keep your hands to yourself. Absolutely.
Right.
You can't know if the eggs are viable. You can't know that.
Well, and if they're not, why are you taking them?
Right.
What does that mean? Is there some creepy black market use for non-viable sea turtle eggs? Or were you just really hoping to get your hands on some baby sea turtles to sell?
Right. Or are you just not thinking and we're trying to justify unjustifiable behavior? I don't know. I'm just very glad.
Tremendously destructive human being.
I am huge props to the deputy that saw him sitting there and did something about it, because who knows what he was going to do sitting at that person's house.
Right. This man is up to no good.
Mm-hmm.
From
He's
every
out of
direction.
control, not a safe person. So anyway, well, who knows what will happen with this case, and who knows how long he had those eggs. I'm guessing that if they were viable at one point, they probably aren't now, but pretty sad. What county was this? Good question. Let me tell you. Ormond Beach, Flagler County. The Beverly Beach area. Yeah, so good on the deputy. He probably prevented another assault.
Likely, yeah. How scary for that person in that house.
Yeah, absolutely.
Well,
it could have been even a worse day with Wesley. Yeah.
We've covered a whole raft of piece of shits today, haven't we?
Haven't we, though? Yeah.
Yoinks. Alrighty. Well, this is our last show of the week.
Yeah.
We'll be back next week on our regular schedule. Monday, 6 p.m. Mountain, Tuesday 3 p.m. Mountain, Wednesday 6 p.m., and Thursday 3 p.m. Please take really good care of yourselves this weekend. Get some space from all of this shit. You know,
have
get
some
outside
fun
if you can. Have some fun. Our Aussies were telling us that they get pumpkin spice this time of year too, even though it's the spring for them.
Oh, well.
Daylight savings, when does it end? It's going to end in November. So we have another month-ish, a little more than a month before it happens. Yeah, drink some pumpkin spice if you like it.
I will.
If you don't, I don't care. I don't want to hear any rude stuff. It's okay for people to like things.
We can be as basic as we want. I went to Dutch yesterday.
It's not really basic. I mean, for us, it's what we grew up with. Like, use that spice blend has been a part of our family forever. And that's all I know. I know that there's history behind it that happened a long time before I ever was on this planet. But it feels like the holidays and fall to me.
That's what our grandmas cooked, too.
Yes.
That's the kind of things our grandmother cooked. Yeah. Interesting.
Yeah.
I will say, if you go to Trader Joe's and you like them, they have their harvest tea. Their fall harvest tea is to die for.
Ooh,
so
nice.
Highly recommended. It is so sweet on its own that you don't need a sweetener on it or anything or in it. It's really good. So there's that. But they also have their fall Kringle. If you guys like the Kringles, they have a pumpkin Kringle that is fantastic. So anyway, if you're a TJ's guy, just if you haven't hit their fall snacks yet, the tea. Oh, the tea.
We got to hit them twice. We hit them when we were in Seattle, and then again when we got home to Boise, because we don't have a Trader Joe's here. So whenever we're in a town that has one, we have to go there. Also, we have to stock up for other people whilst we are there. Yeah, we don't. Either Salt Lake or Boise is the closest we have, which is really stupid. But anyway, take good care of yourselves this weekend. And I don't know, if you like spooky season, I think it's time to, start watching the shows. I'm rewatching Sabrina on Netflix. One of my most favorite series of all time. We all need some of that. Get a break from the nastiness and do something that feels good and positive.
Absolutely.
And with that, you know it. We are the True Crime Squad. Thanks for being here.
Take care.
Season 6, we're back again. Kristi and Katie, your crime time friends. Stories, justice, laughs collide. True Crime Squad, come join the ride. Grab the clues, let's take a stand. For victims' voices, hand in hand. True Crime Squad, it's time to shine. Season 6, your turn, your time. True Crime Squad, where justice meets hilarity.